Good day, Internet people. It's taken... hang on, when did the set come out? A couple of months?
Forever. It's like, yeah, like
a long time.
July, maybe, or June.
Finally, we're going to get another deck profile to you. Sorry, it's taking so long.
The deck's been finished for ages, but you just haven't been round.
No, not when it's been good for filming. It's another deck! Yay! Starter. Battle Riser, because it doesn't matter which... Well, this one you do, because it works with another card, but that's the only other reason to ride this and accept the hero one, so... Whatever you prefer. Grade 1s! Oh yeah, ride it, draw a card if you don't know, anyway. Playset of Death Army Guy. Because Death Army Guy's place is on the field, because as you can see, he has no shield. Is that rhyme? Does that count as a rhyme?
Yes.
I'll take it. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. So, he's a 9k grade 1. He's useful on the XL circle because that means he hits 19. He's good as a booster for when you're playing Force, Clans.
Yeah.
The pain in the word.
A pain in the Force.
A pain in the Force. There we go. We'll do that. So, he's on the field. Whenever you have him, he's on the field. You got to have him on the field because he's useless anywhere else. 2 copies of Jet Riser, because especially again when you're playing Kagero, you have to call down a lot of rear guards, and he gets 3k for each rear guard you call, which helps with numbers. Only 2 because he only works for 1 turn, so that's why I only run 2. 4 copies of Riser Custom, because he is funny and breaks one of the most earliest fundamental rules of Vanguard, that the person who goes first can attack first. It costs you a card in your hand, but if you ride Battle Riser, you're getting an extra card in your hand anyway, so it's worth it just to even force an early guard or an early damage. It just helps. And he's also got the great ability, when you're rear guard in the same column as this unit stands, you stand this unit.
Oh, yeah.
Which, like for Novas, is good.
It's like Riot Horn never happened.
It's the Riot Horn's heir. And finally, 4 copies of Rocket Hammerman! Because I decided to go with a hero sub-theme in the deck, because this deck's designed to hit hard and hit quick, and I didn't want to run the other risers, but we'll get to that in the grade 2s. His ability is, when it boosts a hero, Soul Blast 1 and it gains +5. I don't use that ability often, but when I do use it, it helps, again, with Force Clans. Grade 2s. High-powered Riser Custom. Because the only other reason why you'd run Battle Riser as you start it is for this unit. When it's placed on the Vanguard or the rearguard, you may call it the Battle Riser out of your soul in the same column. When this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, you can blast 1, put the Battle Riser back, and you can stand something else. It's early pressure, which your opponent will have to deal with. And that's the main use for it, really. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Carry on with the hero theme. We've got 3 copies of Cup Bowler. During your turn, if you have another hero, this unit gets +5. This is one of the main reasons why I run 4 copies of Rocket Hammerman, because he doesn't have to be in the same column. It could be anywhere on the field, and it gains the boost. So if you have 1 Rocket Hammerman and you have 2 Cup Bowlers out, they each gain +5, which is good. Again, this deck wants to hit hard, it wants to hit early and hit quick.
Doesn't sound like a deck of yours.
Ha ha ha. Says the one who says always has a massive hand.
Yeah.
2 copies of Iron Killer. Well, I'm going to put these 2 side by side. And 2 copies of Cup Bowler. These are the 2 that I'm still trying to work out which is better, because these 2 are very circumstantial, because Iron Killer is very good if you have to go aggressive, aggressive, aggressive very quickly. Because when it attacks you, if you have 3 or more rear guards, which the Novas should have, he gains +5, so on the XL, he automatically becomes 24, which means, again, he can hit Force Vanguards. Again, useful. But then you've got Boomerang Thrower. When he's placed, if you have 1 or less face-up cards in your damage range, you countercharge. And when placed, if you have 1 or less cards in your soul, you soul charge. It's he basically he recovers and fills up for future. Mainly what the grade 3s do. But that's the balance, finding these two. Because, to be honest, I don't use Boomerang Thrower that often.
Okay.
I use Iron Killer a lot more. I normally like to ride Boomerang Thrower because that way you don't have to soul charge if you don't want to, because it only works on the rear guard. But it's up to you. I have noticed that the grade 2s are quite budget. 2 of them are commons. And Boomerang Thrower is a single R, so this is quite a budget deck when you think about it. You can build this deck very budget. Grade 3s. It's a Nova deck, so Perfect Riser.
Yeah, it's going to 10 events.
Absolutely.
When it attacks, counterblast 2 and stand 2 of your rear guards in your front row. It does a Nova thing. When its attack hits, if you have a card of Riser in its soul, card name in its soul, you countercharge 1 and one of your units gains +5 until end of turn. In my experience, most people guard Perfect Riser. Yes. So it might not get it, but it's the counterblast 2. This is the main reason why I don't run the Burst Riser grade 2. The counterblast 1, soul blast 1 stands.
Preserving your resources.
Yeah, I'm preserving the counterblasts for Perfect Riser. All the other grade 3 I have, I'm trying to save as much as I can, because that's what you need Perfect Riser to hit. You need to hit as much as you can, and Burst Riser used up, and so I thought I got rid of it. I did run 4 at one point, but I didn't like it. And the final grade 3 is Battle Door Fighter. Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, choose one of your units, and for that battle, when that unit attacks during this turn, while your opponent calls rear guards from his or her hand, he or she must call 2. It forces more guarding, which, when you're fighting against Oracle Think Tank, Lena-sized hands, it helps. You're piddling down the resources as much as you can, which is what you know have got to do particularly against the Protect clans. Force clans, yes, you've still just got to whittle them down and try and make them use up as much resources as possible. That's what you have to do. Nova's theme: hit little and hit often. Triggers: full Twin Blader, Perf, draw trigger. Standard, and this will actually work now because it's called standard. So standard. I run 3 Turbo Riser front triggers and 3 Cannonballs front triggers. Front triggers are front triggers, especially when a double pops up. That's quite funny. That's funny is when I once beat Lena by checking 4 crits in a row.
Yeah.
I did burst out laughing at that time.
No, it was a triple crit.
It's quadruple crit.
Which, yeah. Still rude.
Gold Paladin Premium. Oh, Gold Paladin Premium deck. That might be a future thing.
It wasn't a premium deck.
No, it was. This was before Standard arrived. 4 heals because I'm not suicidal, unlike some people in our past. And the surprise thing here I like to use is 2 Red Lightnings. Yes, I run crits in this Nova deck. Why do I run crits? Because people don't expect them.
People don't expect them.
People don't expect them. So I just sneak in 2 just for the surprise factor. It might not happen often, but that's the point. People might not be expecting it and just crit you and wins you the game. So, that's it. That is a deck. If you have any improvements or if you have any experiences with your own Nova decks, please leave it in the comment section below. I need to remember this. This deck was built with help, because I was talking about it, to Adrius plays Vanguard. I spoke to him on Twitter quite a bit because he was deck testing in Nova deck the same time I was.
He's a good guy.
He was a good guy. I'm pretty sure I saw him adding hero units to his, and I thought that was a good idea, so I added heroes to mine. So thank you for that. We'll put a link to his channel as well down here. If Jess remembers to do it, she'll do it. If she forgets to do it, I'll make sure it gets done. Any suggestions? Comment down below. Thank you, internet people. Goodbye.
Bye.